And then, does anybody else have the option to do transcription? Because I don't see it on mine today for some reason.
Let me see. I should. No,
It's so bizarre.
I know. It was there yesterday.
Oh,
It was there yesterday.
It was there yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
Forget
so
about it.
annoying.
Move on. Move on to a different platform. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're moving on. Yeah, we're moving on to Zoom. At the end of the day, Teams is really for internal team meetings, right? Zoom aspires to do more than that.
Right. It's more outgoing.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer Zoom.
Yeah.
Me too. But the interface is just so much cleaner, simpler. It's just simpler and effective. How are we doing? Okay. A couple more
So
minutes.
how are we doing on time? We got 1 more minute before start time for those of you who've joined already. We've been trying to start at 5 minutes past the hour. Still having people join, so that's good.
Hey, by the way, was I the only one who went out to dinner to sort of celebrate that I'm at a conference?
That's great.
You might have been. I walked over to my kitchen. What's that?
I want to go to Milos. That's all I care about. What is it, Estancia Milos, or whatever the name of the place is?
I'm more into Le Cirque, Dennis.
I like Rouse. The Italian.
As long as it's not on my dime.
That Le Cirque is a little too fancy for me.
What's that, Dennis?
That's a little too fancy for me.
I don't know. I don't know that I don't know what that means.
That's funny.
Hi, Dennis.
Who's that, Gaurav? Nice to hear you,
Yeah.
Gaurav.
Good to see you, Dennis. How are you?
Oh, you want to see me? I'm driving a car.
Yesterday also you were driving.
Still today. Yeah, I have to
So
drop.
in fact,
I have to drop my son off at school at 8 o'clock. So that's the problem.
Okay.
It's right on the same time. So the first few minutes, I'm always in the car.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So we.
I think we can get started, and I'd like to kind of welcome everyone to our. I know it says day 1 on the slide, but it is the 3rd and final day of our annual summit. In case you haven't made the other 2 days, we usually do an in-person summit in Vegas, but since we've been constrained, we decided to do a 3-day, 2 hours a day event covering the various topics we like to cover for our members. As a quick reminder, CleanApps is all about app vendors, SaaS vendors, promoting best practices for basically app or SaaS success. We just basically want to promote the growth of the app and SaaS industry. So while we have, sorry guys, forgot to put my phone on mute. So today's session is going to be led by Virus Positive, and it's going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to many hearts. Anyone who's been in the marketing world has at one point or another touched on affiliate marketing. Some of us veterans have done it, have come into affiliate marketing, have left affiliate marketing for various reasons. For instance, the company I work for, we were actually built on, we started with affiliate marketing. That is how we put our company on the map, we now do absolute zero affiliate marketing because we found ourselves unable to manage our affiliate marketing programs to the level we wanted to have them managed. So, and part of that had simply to do just with, there's a lot of aspects of affiliate management. The part that we couldn't get a handle on or keep a handle on was understanding where all the traffic was coming from and making sure that all the traffic met our standards as a company and for our brand. So Virus Positive represents a company that knows a lot about how affiliate marketing works, has been in the space for a very long time, and provides insights and services to companies that care about this. Before we get started, by the way, once we're done with that, we're going to have a general discussion on that topic. Well, we like to make these sessions interactive, so we'll encourage questions throughout. We'll try to pause at various points to make sure there are any questions, and we can chat about various elements. But we will definitely spend some time talking about this topic afterwards. We also want to talk about Clean Apps, what we've been doing, and what our plans are at the very end. Before we start, before I hand off to Gaurav and Virus Positive, we did this thing at the end of the first day, and then we did at the beginning of yesterday's session. I'd like to try to do that again. Part of these events, the reason we love doing the in-person events is, there's this aspect of that sort of human interaction, and it's really hard to pull this off here. So we're going to just do a little baby thing, is if you can share your videos, those of you that have video and aren't too shy, let's all kind of essentially share our videos and wave to each other and say hello.
Just show our faces.
Yeah. So hopefully I've got mine on.
Hello, hey Dennis.
Oh, sorry, I just turned mine off. Sorry, there you go. Hi, guys. There's Kirk.
Hey, Kirk, good to see you.
There's
again.
Phil, Dennis.
I'll check.
Hey, Abhishek.
Phil always looking good.
And Ayush.
Deepak.
All right. Tila, there you go. All right, that's all I see. I guess there's only so many I can see on my screen. Hi, Monica. Okay. All right. With no further ado, Gaurav, I will hand it over to you to kick things off.
Sure.
I'm going to stop
Thanks,
sharing.
I'll just share my screen and take it from there.
Perfect. All right, we see your slides.
So, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining the session today, and my special thanks to Bogdan and Lou to to make this event happen. When I was in the session yesterday, I was happy to see Cian from Real Defense. He was pointing out the bad affiliate in his session, and I'm sure today's topic, which we're going to present, will add more value from there. So before we jump onto the topic, I would like to quickly introduce my colleague, Abhishek. He will be also presenting in the event shortly, our company, and then about me. So Abhishek is a co-founder and he's the CTO at VPT. And for those, there are a few people here who know us. For those who are not aware about our company, so Virus Positive Technology is pioneering the market of affiliate fraud management and brand protection services. Our disruptive methodology identifies affiliate traps like typo squatting, cookie stuffing, push ad notifications, and many more, which we'll be covering in today's presentation. We have consistently recovered advertisers' revenue and their brand value. There are companies who are able to win back more than 90% of their stolen revenue using our services and solution. Today, the world's largest retailer, they rely on our solutions to eliminate the promotion, preserve the online customer experience, and consistently recover advertiser revenue. We have been in the industry for more than 10 years now. We are headquartered in India, and we have more than 100 engineers in-house. And about me, my name is Gaurav, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Postitive Technologies. So today, in the agenda, we want to talk about a very hot topic, which is the affiliate traps. We'll look at the affiliate industry and some of the factors which are influencing the affiliate traps, and then finally talk about how Postitive can add value and how we can manage the service.
Hey, Gaurav, your audio is a little off.
Hear me now?
You're breaking up a little bit. So we may need to mute somebody. I'm getting a lot of background noise.
Yeah, noise.
Maybe you can mute all, and then Gaurav can just unmute himself.
Unmute yourself, Gaurav.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll quickly jump on the first topic about the affiliate industry. So the size of the affiliate marketing industry globally in 2020 was 15 billion USD dollar. If you see the graph on the right, which talks about the country division, uh, the largest market in the United States stands at 6.8 billion. Japan sees a 3.3 billion in affiliate marketing, with the domestic market growing 15% every year. So beyond affiliate and the payout from the brand themselves, affiliate network plays a vital role in the ecosystem. Network brings a new advertiser, track leads, and send out payment. For performing this overhead, affiliate network receive a commission, which usually ranges from anywhere from 10 to 30% of their work. I'm quoting a instance from Czech report where they have mentioned that eToro, which is a very famous social investment network, they have paid out 87 million USD in commission to the affiliates since its inception. And if you look at Amazon, 6% of its hefty 2.5 billion online visit a month arrives from the affiliate sites. Another fact to quote here is that 15% of the total digital media advertising revenue is attributed to affiliate marketing. So this is the size of market we are talking here. Then if you look at the cost of digital advertising fraud worldwide, which has grown exponentially from 19 billion USD to 44 billion USD dollar. It was estimated that the cost related to digital advertising fraud worldwide will grow exponentially, which we are seeing here. And in the United States, the cost incurred due to digital ad fraud were believed to reach 11 billion US dollar in 2018. And if you look at individually the United States in the last 10 years, you can see on the right hand side there is a graph which shows that information on the estimated cost of digital advertising fraud in the United States from 2011 to 2021. So these are some of the facts and figures before we get into the next slide. Any questions, anyone?
No?
Okay. So the next slide is about the affiliate trap. So there are several methods of affiliate trap that contribute to around 1.5 billion economic losses. So we have created a short video which will share the insight on how the trap happens, what happens to the buyer, what happens to the advertiser. And so this is a 7-minute video, and we will stop in between in case anybody has questions. So we will take it from there. So I'll be playing a video. Please let me know in case you're not able to hear it.
Hi, I'm Dario. In this video, I will explain you different types of affiliate traps and how they affect your buyer's experience. Let's take a look at the expected life cycle of a buyer. Meet Adam. He is a buyer. Adam is looking to buy a laptop online. Adam looks for laptops on one of the search engines. He then clicks on the VPT domain in the search result and gets navigated to the VPT shop website. He buys the laptop from vptshop.com. But, do buyers get this experience every time they visit your website? Not really. Let me walk you through some of the affiliate traps one by one. Affiliate trap number 1 is web push notification. Let's understand how it works. Once the prospective buyer allows any publisher request to send notifications, the publisher then starts sending the buyer details to the push ad network he is associated with. The push ad network starts serving all the formats of push-up ads they support with scary and tempting creatives for the advertisers in their network. Adam visits the VPT shop to search for a laptop of his choice. A push-up notification appears on Adam's browser with some scary tempting creatives, distracting Adam's attention. He clicks on one of these and the landing page displays a system restart message with an alarming sound. Have you been wondering why this happens? Adam allowed a notification while surfing online. By doing this, he consented to the publishers to display pop-up ads on his web browser. Let's look at the next affiliate trap, typo squat.
So yeah, before we go to the next one, are there any questions on that first element? Oh, everybody's on mute. You'll have to unmute yourself, by the way, if you want to ask a question.
Yeah, I don't have a question, but I just find it interesting that I didn't realize that the pop-up, that if you're like, so if you're, in with the notifications, then that's what causes that pop-up. Because I've seen that before out in the wild, and it's interesting. I didn't realize it was that was what was causing it.
Yeah, and what surprised me was like that I didn't get until we were chatting about this with Fires Positive is, if I say yes on some random website to that, hey, do you allow notification? I think I'm only going to get notifications from that site. But it turns out that I'll get notifications from anybody that site happens to be associated with through the push notification networks that they're a part of.
Right. And I did not.
That to me was like complete learning. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Google or Microsoft or anyone would allow that.
Well, I think we've just answered the why. I think most people don't know this is going on.
Well, I think there's a couple. Microsoft has already, or Google, they already took some steps because they deactivated. They're looking at behavior and they were deactivating notifications off of a bunch of sites. Okay, and that was in one of the Chrome updates. But this type of affiliate fraud, it's that kind of stuff that was the reason I killed my affiliates. Those types of things are the hardest ones to control because you don't always get really links back to your site where you can see what they're serving because it's appearing in the user's browser. So it's not like a landing page that you see. They're doing that and then they were taking them to our lander. So really hard. I could only kill them after the fact, and that did me no good. So you have these bad things going on, and they're really hard to find. We found some methods to track them, but you don't kill them. You basically can't kill it until it already happens. So this one was what basically killed my affiliate program.
I think we go on to the next one.
Squatting. Typo squatting, also known as URL hijacking, where domain registrars, ISPs, affiliates and service providers register domain that are similar to legitimate domains of targeted and trusted entities with the intention of earning commissions. Adam restarts his system and starts the search for laptop again. Adam mistypes the website he was surfing as vppshop.com. Adam is still redirected to the vptshop.com. Thinking how and why Adam lands on the right page. Adam was looking for a specific brand, which is vptshop.com. He unintentionally misspelled or mistyped the domain but still lands on the advertiser's website. This happened as one of the affiliate marketers purchased the domain vppshop.com and applied redirection to the advertiser website. The user was looking for the brand and would have converted anyways. The next.
Any questions, anyone?
That one seems pretty obvious to me.
Yeah, I guess my only question on that is, if you find an affiliate who's done that, I mean, we haven't had trouble with it, and you stop them from being your affiliate, they still own the website. They could theoretically just point it to one of your competitors or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you could do about that one, right?
Well, I mean, you could stop them from being your affiliate, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. You're identifying, you stop them. But then the question is, if they own that domain, do you really want to stop them, or is it like, ah, shit, okay, I'm just going to have to pay them? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
And most of the affiliates, when they buy, I mean, they park it to rather than, I mean, just navigating and redirecting it to advertiser page directly, they park them, and the option to buy those assets which correlates to your brand very nearly is always there. I mean, you can always buy those assets, and then you can have those being landed to you. I mean, Google is one of the biggest example when people have bought very near domains and they are not willing to resell it, and it's paying the price for missing out those domains, I believe.
Interesting.
So should I move to the next one?
Yes.
Affiliate trap is price comparison. Let us understand this. Price comparison is a methodology for distracting a genuine buyer with luring advertisement on product and item pages and redirecting them back to advertiser's page, adding affiliate cookies. These adwares can monitor user activity and inject related offerings from competitor websites on the advertiser's product page. Adam visits the product page and a pop-up appears on his screen. This shows price for the same product on different advertiser websites. Adam gets tempted to click on it and the affiliates insert their cookies. And he is redirected to the product page on vptshop.com. Thinking, what's wrong in this? These ads can also redirect your prospective buyer to competitor websites, and advertisers have to pay commission for genuine buyers. And the next one is misleading.
Any questions?
Yeah, seems kind of obvious to me. So that's bad because I'm paying for, or I'm paying an affiliate for traffic that may have been organic and I didn't really need to pay him for it. Or worse, right? That customer is being taken somewhere else.
All right. What I'm curious about, what's the fraud in that one?
So the problem here is then it's like, I mean, the extension which was installed on the end user machine, that extension actually was monitoring user activity, and then they started showcasing deals which either were not relevant or tried to lure the customer to redirect them to competitor space. So if you see, as a genuine buyer, I was already on the advertiser space and I was trying to buy a product. But then with those pop-ups insertions in terms of price comparison deals, I was being navigated to either to the same advertiser page with the affiliate cookie, or to competitor page which I was not being intended to in the beginning. So that's the fraud we are trying to highlight.
Okay, so this is an example of fraud to the vendor, not fraud to the consumer. This is something the consumer values, right? The consumer installed that price comparison tool, and they're probably thrilled that they got redirected somewhere else.
I mean, that can be a very limited definition, because when you install extensions, the extensions which actually start doing these activities are being installed in multiple ways when you are not even aware of. one of the examples I can tell you, like when I try to buy a movie, watch a movie, some sites they offer to display it and stream it straight away from their domain, and then after 2 minutes they ask me, hey, if you want to watch it as a ad-free streaming, just click on it, and in the backend they start installing the extensions. So I a user never tries to install an adware directly. I think, I mean, that's one of the biggest concern. He is being lured, or he is being, I mean, forced into installing something which he was not aware of, would start performing as an adware on their systems. So that's one problem which is there with the adwares. And the second one is these adwares, when they get installed on the system, uh, performs a lot of changes on the system which start hurting the customer or the buyer in their shopping experience.
So,
I
so,
guess
so if
the
I
thing is,
interpret this correctly, Abhishek, what you're saying is there's a lot of extensions out there that are not actually stating that they're going to be doing that. That the consumers hasn't really necessarily consciously said, yeah, I want this price comparison tool to do these things, or that they even know that they're getting a price comparison tool.
I mean, if I would like to quote a definition which Malwarebytes recently came up with for adwares. So
Sure.
they said adware is a type of malware for which the victim is not the user or buyer of the computer, not directly at least, but adware targets advertiser and affiliate programs, generating revenues through ad injected into the browser or through affiliate links. So for these adwares, I mean, the victim is not always the user on which they are getting installed into. The idea is only to get installed anyway on the user by any mechanism, and then start hurting affiliate programs and advertisers and get earning money from them. Because a buyer would automatically, I mean, a genuine buyer would have went through the organic way of buying things, and if it was a real affiliate, they would have, I mean, their own set of genuine buyers, and they would have done the referrals by either showcasing ads or maybe blogs or something which would have a meaningful context, and the genuine buyer would have then navigated to the advertiser site. But these adwares, they hardly care about how they are trapping these genuine buyers. They only try to explore the technical loopholes available on either the operating system platform or on the browsers, and then they try to get installed and start hurting these programs.
Right. Okay. So to Dennis's point, though, the person, the wronged parties are not necessarily the consumer, but rather the, you know, the merchants behind, right? They're the true victims.
Exactly. I mean,
Right, the
yeah.
guys paying the affiliate, they're the ones
Yeah.
that are getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
are
save my
app
comment
makers.
for after on that, because I feel like there's a missing element to that discussion. Let's keep going with what you have here.
Okay, sure.
Leading deals. Let us learn about it. It is a technique of drawing the buyer attention by showcasing deals and coupons with improper labeling and injecting affiliation to earn commission. Adam thinks why not to check for a discount on his purchase. He looks for deals or coupons for vptshop.com. He finds a website offering coupons for buying from vptshop.com and clicks on one of the coupons. Adam is redirected to the page displaying the laptops on the vptshop.com. And the affiliation was inserted in his web browser. Want to know how it works? Affiliates grabbed users' attention by generating traffic using brand names in terms of deals, coupons, cashback offers that do not exist. The idea is to trap and distract a buyer and add affiliation. Next one is cookie stuffing.
But you're saying that they're providing deals that don't exist? Yeah, I've had that happen 1,000 times where they tell me I have a coupon, and I can't. The coupon never works, right? Or there is no coupon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here is how it works. Cookie stuffing is an illegitimate technique where a third party drops multiple affiliate cookies on a user's browser, in order to monetize the sales happening from that browser. Adam navigates to the VPT publisher page and looks for mouse and keyboards and closes the browser without buying anything. After some hours, Adam buys a laptop from vptshop.com and the VPT publishers earn a commission for this sale. Do you know why does the publisher earn commission? When Adam visited the VPT publisher page, they inserted cookies for vptshop.com. If the buyer buys the product from vptshop.com, the affiliate earns a commission. And the last.
Any questions here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But not least is cookie hijacking. See how it works. This is the insertion of affiliate cookies by browser add-ons or apps in the web browser by hijacking the click elements on the advertiser's page. Advertiser pays commissions for transactions where the buyer was a loyal customer to the brand. Finally, Adam reaches the checkout page of vptshop.com, clicks on the Place Order tab and buys the laptop. The web page here blinks and an affiliate cookie is dropped in his web browser. Affiliates are filling their pockets using such traps.
So that was the last example. We took only 6 examples, but if we'll go to our website, we have identified around 15 such non-compliant behavior of the affiliate traps. So all the informations are available on the website to know further on that. I'm just starting the video again just to finish it. Any questions so far?
No, I'm going to save it for after you finish.
Okay.
No, this is great.
But at what cost? Buyer experience, brand reputation and advertiser ROI.
Any questions?
All right. So what I get out of all this is that as an advertiser merchant who has an affiliate program, I or might want to have one if I don't already have one. I've got to think about what the affiliate program is going to do to my organic traffic, right? In terms of my revenue that comes from my organic traffic, and how that affiliate program might affect my ad spend. Because if all of a sudden now I've been getting a certain return on investment from my ads, and now I rely on an affiliate program, that affiliate program with all of the various techniques might actually be hijacking some of my my direct media buys ROI, right? So all of a sudden now some of that revenue is getting eaten away by cookie stuffing and all the other techniques. Just because I've turned on an affiliate program. So I have to think, is this affiliate program making me more money, or is it costing me money in ways that are tough to measure? Is that kind of a fair perspective?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's the fear, and that's where we stand in the market. We'll be talking a lot about this in the coming slide, but the best part working with us is there is no, we don't need to integrate with your product pages, with your sites. Uh, there is no SDK or the JS we want to embed on with you. We have we just start hunting from our site with our labs and start giving you results. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of violation, and this is something we have pioneered over the years, using both manual and automation system at our end. And from the first month itself, you'll start seeing the 5x benefits of what we do. And there is no setup cost. You don't need to put any commitment. You don't need to put some money in front. We just go and start finding out bad affiliate traps for you and start sharing the reports with you.
So I want to go back to Dennis's question because it's really interesting. It's always fascinated me why either the platforms or the security industry itself hasn't honed in on any of this. And his question is very telling. His question was, okay, so this is really just hurting the merchant. It's not hurting the consumer because the consumer actually maybe even likes this stuff.
Some of it.
Is that a fair? I mean, I've kind of over characterized your question, Dennis. So I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, let me address that. So the first example Gaurav had there really applies because the consumer got scared, right? He ended up on a site he didn't want to, and then he got scared to get a new AV or reboot his machine or install some other shit on his box. And I think Gaurav gave another, or Abhishek gave another example where they got tricked into installing a browser extension that actually didn't do what they said. So there's some consumer overlay there, but I would say that most of these problems go away if you just stop your affiliate program, right? So if you think about it that way, I mean, most of this is harm to the merchant, and it's not so much as harm to the consumer.
True, but Dennis, with all these techniques, with these adwares or with these steady assets are being created for, at the end they're hurting the consumer. So
okay, so wait, I want to actually tear that apart then. So let's look at your cookie stuff an example. So somebody comes on and they stuff a cookie, and it makes it look like the transaction came through an affiliate instead of directly the Adam going to the web page. Where is Adam hurt from that?
So direct answer would be like, I mean, that's where the browsers are looking for first and third party cookie bifurcation, because I mean at the end it's going to be there on your system. And
the browsers care. I mean, Google cares because Google is an advertiser. They make money on advertising. We understand why Google cares. I want to know why Adam cares.
So because we are just talking about the single incidents which we presented in the video. So when you look at this view at large, it's not just what we mentioned in the video, like I mean the system blinks and the cookie gets inserted on your system. There are scenarios when your system is when they are inserting the cookies, so it's not just one cookie for one advertiser. They are not sure, like I mean what you are going to buy.
Aber damit es später so lecker aussieht.
Oh, cool. Hey, so I don't have any problems with coming up with solutions that benefit the merchants, right? Or benefit advertisers. I think they're awesome. I'm just saying that to call this a consumer problem is a little bit of a stretch.
Well, could I just say, I think financially that makes sense, but there's just a point of it not being in, like for me, I don't like something being done that I don't know that's happening, in my space, in my computer, on my phone or whatever. So, there's the whole deceit aspect of it, of they're doing something with, they're using me, right? Well, and that's, I don't necessarily
I'm gonna throw this perspective. If forgetting all these point examples, right? I agree with Abhishek. You can't just pick any one example and say, well, okay, so it is. The issue here, and Virus Positive can confirm what I'm going to say, or say maybe I'm off, but the issue is not about the individual techniques or events as found. The issue is that it relies around the fact that given that all of these techniques exist and the internet's so open, generally these things happen through a combination of, let's call it malware, extensions that never disclosed or have no privacy policy, that the consumer never consented to have happen in the first place. So if consumer consent full disclosure is a requirement, as I've been taught it is, then the vast majority of these fraudulent actions, even though they don't really seem to affect the consumer directly, are violating every policy of every major platform, right, including the affiliate platforms themselves who claim to stop this kind of behavior from happening.
True, Bob, and thanks for pointing that out. I mean, I would still like to add that there are many ways of looking at this problem. So these browser extensions have the capability to change the search default search on consumer engine, and when they change it, the experience is really bad. I mean, even if they make a transaction or not, the sort of experience they start getting on their system is really bad. And in this example as well, the cookie would still be served and inserted on this consumer system. So we cannot just categorize it as a consumer problem or a merchant problem. Rather, I'll say, I mean, it's an cat and mouse game. I mean, everybody is involved, and we need to look at from a perspective in we are talking about safeguarding consumers' experience as well as merchants' problem. If we do not do that, let's go back 15, 20 years back when the Google also had the toolbars, and everyone were there in the toolbar industry, and the end user system was, I mean, the browser was 50% full of the toolbars because they were sticked on end user machine, and the user was not able to use the system for their own personal uses.
And one final, I just want to reiterate what Dennis said, which is the bottom line is who the constituents we're talking to here are. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Who the constituents are here are the merchants. And this is a place they're getting ripped off, and your whole thing is that you could be saving them a lot of money.
And here's the thing: as long as these things exist in the wild, I'm sorry, but I know for a fact that just not all that I've achieved in turning off my affiliate program is ensure that I am in a defensible position, but it does not remove the risk of all of these various techniques from actually occurring to me, to my customers. Right? So all of these things that occur on the example VPT website can occur on that site whether or not they have an affiliate program. I can guarantee you that I know that a certain amount of my organic traffic is being hijacked by extensions that are and as well as those pop-up notification networks that are getting in the way and monitoring my would-be customers and redirecting them away from my site.
No, that's a great point. That says it all too, on what's also harming the customer because he doesn't even know it's happening to him, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and just to add, I mean, people are at the losing end. Somebody loses tangibly, somebody loses intangibly. Like, the merchants, they lose tangibly, they lose the exact money, and consumers have the bad, experience. So I think everybody is loses out, but it's a market right now. This is what this is. We wanted to showcase.
All right. So how do you solve the problem?
Hold on a second. I just want to state, but before you go into your solution, you're basically saying that if you use affiliate programs, there's lots of risk out there, and you're going to give a solution that's going to say, here's how you can protect yourself if you use affiliates. But at the end of the day, all your examples of, well, there's inefficiencies in the space and everybody loses out, there's still going to be plenty of people losing out. It's just your merchants are going to be more efficient at what they're doing. I mean, are you tackling the problem, or are you saying, you know what, we're going to solve this affiliate problem? I'm just curious how you're thinking about it.
So, Dennis, we are not just only focused towards the affiliate marketing channel. Rather, the solution which we are working is for the viruses, adwares, and basically every element which is hurting end user experience and indirectly or directly hurting merchants and affiliate programs. So when the solution which since we are presenting for the affiliate channel, yes, we are going to present a solution if it's and a recommended solution if it's implemented in the right way. Probably, I mean, merchants and advertisers won't have to pay out for these nuisance activities, and we might end up having better user experience and better internet experience going forward.
Okay, so what you're saying, all right, so you're saying is there's solutions that you're providing specific to us app makers slash merchants, advertisers, and you have other solutions for those who are trying to tackle the root cause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And there isn't anything wrong with just if your target market is the merchants, that's your target market too. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
Right.
it's awesome. The only thing is,
Right.
just don't claim you're solving the consumer problem. You're solving the merchant problem. There's an inefficiency problem here.
Oh, great.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's true, Dennis.
And Dennis, I think I would divide this into two distinct categories because there are affiliates out there doing things that are totally compliant and they can do them, but I may not want them in my affiliate program. Okay. Just because, no, it's like, I don't want people bidding on my brand. It's not deceitful behavior. It's not anything like that. The affiliate is doing everything properly, but no, I don't get any value. You bidding on my brand saying, here's a coupon, buy it 15% cheaper. Okay, so nothing wrong, and that gives a benefit to the user, but I may say, no, I don't really want affiliates just price discounting my stuff. Okay, so that is more merchant oriented. Then there's the other side that they've been talking about where there are behaviors out there. It's like there are people doing injection, they're watching where the users are going, they're throwing things in, they're redirecting them to places, and that's the stuff that, yeah, we don't want them in the affiliate program, but at the same time, it's hurting the user. So I think there are both sides to it. I think there's sometimes when you in your affiliate program have real reasons for saying, no, I don't get value from having affiliates that just discount my price, okay, or other types of affiliates. And then there are other times where affiliates are just doing crap that hurts everyone.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Phil. Yeah, and Garv, I'm sorry, we're hijacking your talk.
No problem.
I think it's a valuable discussion.
Yeah, I think it's really important to discuss on this. Maybe, once we finish this, Dennis, we will connect offline and talk more on this topic.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm moving on to the next slide, and Abhishek will take from here.
Thanks, Gaurav. I think we actually talked about it a lot. So I'll quickly cover up this one. We were talking about affiliates and affiliate traps, but how they're being inserted and how they're being promoted in the market is a concern. So we created this slide when we divided it into 4 parts. We said there could be executable files which have the capability of doing this. There could be ways through which they can hijack your organic and paid traffic. There could be their own assets like clickjacking sites which I mentioned when they created a movie site and they stopped the stripping and then they started forcing people to either allow web post notification or to download an extension from their site. So we divided into 4 parts and we wanted to highlight how impactful they are and how they are actually hurting the consumers upfront. So we collected certain data. The data is from Malwarebytes' recent report, and the report suggests that adware detection is on top of all the detections they have had for 2020. So they mentioned that there was like 76% of their detections for Mac was for PUP in 2020, while adware was 22%. So above 98% was like based on adwares and PUP. And if these are adverse and PUPs are being detected, which means there are a lot of them which have a new variant which is still to be detected by these antiviruses. So I'm just trying to throw a light when I wanted to talk, like, if they are there in the market, and in the market they are on the end user systems, so they must be doing those activities on those systems which would be hurting the merchant and the consumers as well. And every day the number is growing up. If it goes down for adware, it goes up for PUPs. If it goes down for PUPs, then it goes up for adwares. So there are a lot of these adwares and PUPs available in the market, and lot of ways through which they are being served in the market, and then numerous ways, new ways through which they are trying to trap these consumers and utilizing them as a source for performing all those non-compliant activities with the merchants and through affiliate programs. One area where we specifically would like to focus is on the extension part, because uh, all the data which I tried collecting, I got it for adwares, I got it for PUPs, Windows executables, and Mac DMGs, but a very few thing was written or provided on internet for the extension part, which is available on the web stores. And these web extensions have a strong capability of performing these activities. So we at VPT, we created a tool called App2App. It's live. You can navigate to app2app.io for look and feel. So App2App is a tool which we created to analyze web store. We call it as a in-depth extension analyzer, when it has the capability to analyze the web store to produce data sets that can be used for research and marketing purposes. When I say research and marketing purposes, so we scan the extensions which is available on the web stores, and then we try to backtrack the extension and debug the extension in order to understand what the sort of capabilities they have, the sort of permissions they are taking, by looking at the manifest file, by looking at the JavaScript file or all other elements of these extensions, and then try to correlate it with the sort of activities they can produce. And some facts we wanted to present through our dashboard was like the third graph which you see. It talks about the number of extensions which have been recently delisted or removed from Google Chrome Store week wise, and the number is if you see grows up week by week if you compare it with Feb and with March. So it's just a small graph to showcase the impact of these extensions and what the platforms are doing in order to stop these activities. Google is proactively removing it, but we believe there's a long scope over there, because it's hard to correlate and understand what these extensions will do. And even if Google is removing it, there are still a lot of extensions available which are, or which has the capability of doing these non-compliant activities.
So they've removed. So just so I understand that graph correctly, they've removed 2,500 extensions in February, 2,500 extensions in March.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, can you guys unmute the meeting chat so we can post there?
Huh. I didn't realize it was muted. Hold on. Chat.
The one thing I wanted to say about why AVs detect adware isn't always because they're protecting the consumer. Sometimes AVs detect adware because they're trying to drive their own conversion. And it's something to keep in mind, is that, you know, you can compare looking at AVs that are totally free versus AVs that, you know, work hard in the conversion business, and just look at how much adware they detect and compare the two. And it's very enlightening to think about it, because it's something that scares a user, of course, that there's a detection on their machine, but it doesn't always mean that the consumer is being hurt by it.
True, Dennis, I'm not talking about, I mean, how and what they're detecting. I mean, the data which I presented is just to showcase that adware exists, and even if you take a small number of it, our lab and our systems, when we are working, like Gaurav said, for last 10 to 12 years, we have a huge list and list of adwares which we are monitoring, and which is still active for last I mean couple of years, and they have the capability to hurt users, and they are doing these stuffing, cookie hijacking, and all other activities which we have listed, and that's the
Yep.
core which we are doing. So I cannot I mean I would not like to comment on how antivirus is detecting and why they're detecting, but yes, I can definitely comment on what we are doing. And even with one adware, we get on a daily basis like a number of instances for number of brands, and the methodology used by them is, I mean, unique if you see. So we would like to that's where I wanted to showcase this number, to just highlight that these adwares are there, and we should definitely try to take actions and safeguard our program.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Yep. So any other questions?
That app to app
Moving right along.
platform. Yeah, I'll let you keep going. I'm kind of curious about who uses your app to app platform.
Sure, Bogdan. So now, coming to the end, I would like to talk about solutions, and solutions which definitely can help not just the affiliate industry but everyone who wants to get who is thinking of doing digital promotions. So we have discussed about affiliate traps and how they are being used. uh, we need to be proactive and reactive if we want to really safeguard our program and to earn better profits out of it. So by being proactive, we recommend to rely on the data sets that we have, or companies like us have, and integrate it with your current existing solutions to identify frauds and trends. Some of the useful data sets I can highlight is known suspicious IPs, suspicious domains. If you have access to your CTRs, go through it and try to develop certain matrices which matters, like round tripping matrices, keeping an eye on how and when they go up, go down, would definitely give you an trend assets and would help you identify the gaps and fill it, and to take actions against those publishers. We also recommend we should know our affiliates in terms of who they are and if they have any active websites or web assets. And if they really have, so try to check, like, I mean, what the content of their site is. Is it full of ads, or if there are contents, the contents are meaningful and correlates to your brand, then only start working with them. Apart from these, I would like to add, we have a unique service in which we call as ad injector analysis. And with these ad injector analysis, we at VPT, with our experience, have collected all Windows, I'll not say all, but a lot of Windows executables, Mac DMGs, extensions, and we keep on adding the list on our site. And then we created a solution where we can train, or we can feed these executables and SEDI assets to identify cookie stuffing, URL hijacking, price comparisons, pop-up ads, and many more, like 15 of them we have classified on our websites. If we keep monitoring our transactions and commissions on regular basis, and if we keep an eye on the data sets which we are producing, definitely we can identify the bad actors from this affiliate marketing channel, and we can throw them out. We need to understand, I mean, these bad actors are relying on our on us working as a parasites, because I mean they're trying to grab the money which was actually the money of marketer or the advertiser. So these activities and these processes can help eliminate them from our network and can have a positive impact on the program which we are running. And once we implement these, we based on the experience, we can create policies and we can have those policies on the on our agreement or network agreement page, which can let us serve as guidelines for new affiliates who are going to join the program. So that's all we wanted to showcase.
So part of the reason that that you guys are presenting today is we ended up chatting was you have some of the CleanApps members already using your services, right? The other people may not be members that you've been servicing for years. So what does it look like? So you kind of described all this stuff, right? But what is it that, so let's say I want to have an affiliate program, I'm too scared, but maybe how do you make me feel better about having an affiliate program that isn't going to either mess my brand up or cost me more money, like just basically cost me my, my profitability margins across the board? What is it like? What's the path? So I sign up with you guys. What do I get?
So once you sign up with us, we will talk about the services which we have, and we will try to identify what all can be implemented to safeguard your affiliate channel program. And then from there, we just need to understand the tracking which you are utilizing for identifying the partners. That's the only thing which we require. And we'll start with the service which we call as VPT Ad Injector program to showcase the experience and capabilities of ours. And then we'll start producing reports which will have the incidence details in terms of the affiliate or the sub affiliate which was acting as a bad actor in your program, with clear evidence, video evidence showcasing how this bad actor was stuffing cookies or doing all the bad activities which we identified. We will also capture the network log to create a transactional evidence of when this bad actor injected the cookies on end user machine, and how popular that bad actor is with the assets they have. We will share the details of the assets with you. And then with this report, since you have all the clear evidences, you have the affiliate ID, sub affiliate ID, and you have the video and network evidences, you can track it down and then try to either eliminate that bad actor. And once you eliminate, I can tell you, that won't be having a huge impact on your business, but rather have a positive impact, because that bad actor was actually earning the money which you would have never shared with him, because they inserted the cookies. So you will definitely see ROI going up, because you don't need to pay for that bad actor, and since he was not bringing any new or good profitable traffic, that's the way things would be. And then there are other services which we mentioned, data monitoring. I talked about data monitoring. I talked about creating trends and benchmarks and checking it on a regular basis. So that is something which we can only do, which when we connect to your system and have access to the data sets which you have. But we do not recommend it to start in the beginning. We first want to see the confidence with the reports which we have, and then move forward.
And just to add, the reports which we produce, we work with a few Fortune 500 companies, and using our report, they have sued a lot of people in the court. So, that's the capability we have when we produce the reports.
So you're sending me video, packet dumps, HTML, so I can, along with all the affiliate ID chain, whether it's direct or indirect.
Absolutely.
You call them sub-affiliates, right? I get all of that evidence, and then that gives me the ability as the merchant to go back to the platform I signed up with and say, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of ways. I mean, there could be a mechanism where your network agreement says that uh, you will put one warning, you will warn the affiliate, or you want to
Sure.
expire the affiliate immediately, or you want to do the partial reversal of that merchant. So that's something which is your agreement with the merchants, with the affiliates. But we provide all the incidences with complete detailed report, which you can use. I mean, what we have seen, our clients have used that in the law of court also.
Okay. I'm going to stop asking questions. I've got more, but anybody else have any questions? Dennis?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to unlock this muted chat so I could just also type
So
in.
I don't know how to unmute chat because I just chatted with Lou. How do I unmute the chat?
It says, well, if I click on chat, it says this meeting is muted. Did the rest of you guys have it, or are you able to type in the chat window?
Oh, maybe that's the side effect of muting people's microphones. Could that be it?
Yeah, that would be the reason.
If you click on the chat icon, there might be a way to undo it.
Yeah, people
I've been looking at it. I'm sorry, guys. God, I feel terrible about that now.
Other people are able to type. I can see in the window.
Oh, you can see chat stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Maybe.
seeing that people have left the chat, but I don't actually see real chat. Okay, now I'm starting to see people chat.
Maybe it's only me who can't chat. You guys muted me.
We need to single you out,
Yeah.
Dennis. We would never do that to you.
Dennis not being able to chat is an anomaly. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
No, we have stuffed the cookie with the Dennis machine.
There you go. So,
well, you go ahead, Dennis.
I want to ask. So if I were a merchant and I'm using affiliates, and all my affiliates are direct, I'm not using an affiliate network. Which of your services would be useful to me? Would it be the profiling service, just to make sure none of the assets, that they're using are bad? Like, can you go back to your services page, Gaurav? Yeah, on this page. I would assume the affiliate profiling might be useful to me.
No, but Dennis, honestly, I'll say if you have a direct affiliate channel and you're not using any affiliate program,
Yeah.
all the services which we are showcasing. When I say affiliate profiling is done in the beginning. So my affiliate might have two phases. They might have a good phase which they started showcasing when they actually joined the program. But on later stage, after creating certain trust, they starting inserting, or they started a partnership with some network which inserted bad actors on your affiliate program. So just with affiliate profiling, we cannot track that. Yes, in the beginning, we can definitely eliminate the bad actors based on the profiling, but we recommend to have data analytical monitoring along with the ad inject analysis. So it's a complete chain of service, which I will say you should have, because affiliates have different phases, different ways of promoting. Some have experience on search channel, some have experience with content, some have their own assets, some have their mobile assets. So you cannot just rely on one service, and you need to have a mix of all the services, and that's where we call it as affiliate fraud management and brand reputation end-to-end services.
But is there value if all my relationships are direct, or is there value mostly come from because I'm using affiliate networks? I'm just curious how you think about it.
I Can you come again? I mean, I really didn't got the question.
Like if I'm using an affiliate network, right? And I don't really know who the affiliate is. I just know who the network is, right? And all the other data is hidden. I think your service could be really valuable because it helps my risk management of that affiliate network.
Yep.
But if I'm managing my own affiliates, so I know who they are, I can track back whenever I'm paying somebody. I know exactly who it was. I have a contractual relationship with them. Does your service help me, or I'm just curious? Your sweet spot, is it the affiliate network or is it direct affiliate?
No, I'll say it's more valuable for the direct affiliate network, because if you are interacting with someone directly, my question would be like, I mean, how would you keep a track of the ad injector activities the affiliates are doing? They might be sweet in front of you, but sort of assets they have, which is not very known to you. How would you keep a track on those things? You cannot trigger that out from the data sets, just from the data sets you have, because they would always try to manage and maintain the safe difference so that they cannot be detected through the data sets. They want to earn, and they want to earn for long, they can do that. And if you really think of having a team which can download all the or which can keep track of all the adware activities, and then there's no looking forward. But I'll still suggest try the experienced one who have all these activities and experience, and then work on with their experience, like we do with the affiliate networks when we starting doing with them. So that's the only difference. Yeah.
Okay, so I just because I don't know, I just want to maybe ask everybody this question. For those of you merchants out there, you vendors who are using affiliates, what's the gain for you? Is it because you don't have to spend that marketing dollars up front, or that you can reach media that you don't have to hire, media buyers for, or why would you go to affiliates in the first place? Does it take you less capital up front? Is that why you do it? Like, there's several of you guys on the call who use affiliates.
Yeah,
I gotta let somebody else start.
Yeah.
I'll go on this because, Dennis, they're completely different types of affiliates. Okay, so when we do this, for example, there are affiliate blogs out there that write about photography and things like this, and they'll do things, compare the products and do reviews and all this. If you're not there, you're not going to make the sales on those things.
Right. Okay, that makes
so.
Yeah.
They're very much value add affiliates. At times, there's certain affiliates, like we don't need affiliates to bid on our brand. We don't use affiliates for, we Google and Bing and the stuff we're doing. But at times there are affiliates that are like, they're working with other traffic networks that we don't deal with. Okay. So there can be value if someone is like, oh, we do a lot of native and we don't, and ourselves, we're like not pursuing that. Then there's other languages and territories. At times it's really useful to have an affiliate selling your product in somewhere like Japan, where you don't have the, linguistic capabilities to do it. So there's some really valid, totally valid reasons for affiliates in different parts.
All right. So blogs and languages sound like they're very useful, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And so I just want to understand, Gaurav was basically saying, even if I have a direct relationship with a partner I trust, I can't always trust them 100%. I don't know all of the things that they can bring to bear over time. Maybe everything started out great on day one, but a year later, who knows what they, I'm not managing their business. They may decide to do some new things that I'm unaware of that suddenly bring a kind of traffic I never envisioned in the first place. And I'm assuming, Gaurav, that that's where you come in is you're always able to find the path to my customers, right, that my partners might be taking or driving that I wouldn't otherwise see.
Yeah, that's true, Bob.
Okay.
Dennis, it's Alvin. So I was gonna, because my mic was messed up, I was gonna add to what Phil was saying. If you go back to maybe many conversations we all had as a group in the past, people use the term affiliate. It's almost like a wrapper of a lot of different things. So there's no such thing as an affiliate. I think that word just got completely bastardized. But so let's break it down. I mean, it's not just guys who sit behind an affiliate network and the you're there as an advertiser. They have these, they call them publishers. They never let you know who the hell they are. You know, that type of situation. There are affiliates which have their own audience, right? And you want to be able, it's like a TV show, right? Think of it like that. So you got affiliates which have their own audience, and you want to be able to tap into that audience, you know, and they bring a lot of value to the table. So that's like, you know, they call them influencers now. They don't even use the word affiliates, but even the term influencer has been bastardized too. But when you're thinking of affiliate, think of like at network affiliates, you know, like that group. And that's a mixed bag of stuff, and you don't know what you're going to get in that mixed bag of stuff. So if you have, in your case, as you were explaining, like direct contractual distribution partners, right? You know, that's a different animal, right? I mean, that's a more structured situation. You're going to know who the business is. You're going to have a contract. I don't know how this applies to that, but where I see that this applies the best is affiliate networks, because it is a mixed bag of stuff you're going to get. You have no control of what the display network or an advertising network has, and then you're able to filter out and then dispute with the affiliate network. Hey, I'm not paying for that. You know, this stuff is bad, or they're not bringing any real value. They're using my brand to even advertise my own product. You know, and that's where something like this comes in handy, because those guys become almost parasitic, right? So
right, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, Alvin, I was thinking like if I had a couple strategic affiliate relationships, service isn't going to mean much to me because those are strategic relationships that I'm doing a lot on. But if I put together my own affiliate program, that I kind of open it up, like Amazon has an affiliate program.
Yes.
Right. So if I just make a public one available and I write my rules, and then I could take this virus positive service, and that would help me monitor that and make sure that I don't get these scumbags coming in and doing bad things.
That is correct. If you open it up to the public, this is when this whole thing makes sense. If you're dealing with situations like, let's say I do something with you, or Phil, a structured deal, this doesn't make that kind of sense, because your product is going to either be bundled with the product or on the website, and these are established companies. But if you're dealing with like opening it up to the world, no, you want this.
Oh, and then it's not strategic to go to an affiliate network, because that comes with all the same risk that having your own public program has. And you can trust that partner to manage the risk themselves.
Hold on. The problem is that the affiliate network already has the affiliates already established in it. If you do your own, you're kind of startup. You're going to have to market to the world that you have that, and the value added with the networks is that they already have the publishers in it. If a network has no publishers, then the network is worthless. They go out of business. They die. Right.
But I might be able, if I use a network, then virus positive service would still be valuable to me, because I might need to trust that network better, or I don't have enough trust on that network, and I want them to do it, and I hope that they have their controls in place, so I could monitor what they do for everything they're trying to hide from me.
The answer to that is yes. You want to use something like this for a network that has a body of publishers, which is, by the way, the real word that they use in the industry. They don't call them affiliates, right? So we call them affiliates, but again, bastard term. So you got a network filled with publishers, and you want to know that, how good are these publishers in that network. This is when a tool like this becomes instrumental, because you could actually determine, wow, this whole network is filled with garbage. I shouldn't be putting my money in here, right? And then you may have a network that's maybe 50-50. I go, okay, I'm not paying for that other half. I'm only paying for this. So if you're going into a nest of publishers, which is what a network really is, and it's a mixed bag of people, that's when you want a tool like this.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. That's good. I'm assuming Abhishek and Gaurav, you agree with that, right? That these are valuable scenarios to use your tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks. It's something that I now get is that you have this idea of these publishers who have their own audiences. Your example of a TV show is pretty cool, Alvin, is that people have their own audience, and you want to tell that influencer that, hey, I got something for you if you talk about my stuff. Right? It's kind of a way to advertise.
Yes, and I'll take it even a step further than that. PPC meaning buying AdWords on Google and Bing, and even getting natural results on SEO is not the totality of a web portfolio. Any good web marketer knows it's that plus the publisher world, right? Because it's vast, right? And that publisher world goes beyond websites. That publisher world, it's on YouTube. A lot of them are even they are YouTubers. They're dealing with video. So it's actually a broader spectrum that's out there in the publisher world. So so when we say affiliates, you're thinking of that let's go a little web pusher with some gimmick. No, that's not really affiliate. It's a much broader universe.
Right.
And,
so let me just, what I wanted to say about this thing was about that publisher is that the problem with him, if I think of your guys, they publish large virus encyclopedias and malware encyclopedias.
Yes.
And they've invested a lot into that, and they have an audience who comes to them to look at, okay, what's the latest thing on this? But
yes.
they could rip you out and sell your competitor just as easily. Right?
Yes, actually, they could have many that actually over time even walked away, turned on me, and started pushing my competitor. They're independent. They could do whatever they want. You know what I mean?
So that kind of creates a very interesting relationship you have with that affiliate where, and I guess, Gaurav, you find this in your own dynamics, is that you have a merchant who wants to make sure his affiliates are well monitored to protect his own brand and that he's not overspending on his own marketing dollars and bidding against himself, as Phil put it. But at the same time, you don't want him going to your competitor, like Phil mentioned before, on that domain quality.
Oh, they'll turn on you, Dennis, in a second. You don't pay them or you do any funny business with them. They dump you faster than you can think of.
Yeah. So again, that makes me wonder if you just sign a deal with the devil when you signed up to go on the affiliate route to begin with, right? So because I don't know, just something to think about as I.
Well, hold on. That's always been the dilemma in this game out here. And if you want the truth, I give it to you like this. Let's say, okay, say fine. I'm going to be a Pollyanna. I don't want to do business with this guy who's bringing this amazing converting traffic, right? And this traffic, of course, you're going to monitor because the affiliate networks give you at least some tools to determine if they have, high chargebacks, things like that. If they do that, you want to dump them regardless of the money because that's problems, right? But in a lot of cases, you will have traffic that normally you would not have traffic, with, and they're working usually in a CPA basis, it's in a commission basis. I'm not fronting that money. I mean, remember, when you go to Google, you got to pay per click, and that's abused. And and when you're dealing with a CPA affiliate, you're not putting that money up front. So actually, for the software guy, it's actually a good thing. The issue is, what is the practices of that affiliate? So if the affiliate's a good actor, he's a good publisher, he has a good audience, he invested a lot on his website, he's not some guy just popping stuff and destroying it. That's a good relationship because he's a good affiliate. He doesn't want to play around. He thinks and if he likes your product, because he also doesn't want to put a piece of crap product that's going to ruin his reputation. So it's a two-way street. It's a win-win. The parasitic affiliate that you're describing, those guys are fly-by-nighters. They have ephemeral websites. They dump their sites off. They don't really care about their content. They don't really care about their audience. They're just a machine, right? But the type of affiliates that I'm describing, which I don't even like the word affiliate, they're more like website publishers. They invested a lot on their sites. So regardless of all this technology that is being presented today, you still have to use your own judgment. You have to know with whom you're doing business with.
Yeah, you have
I'll
to
leave it at that.
Yeah, and I want to just you started on a track, Alvin. Dennis, it's not as simple as a decision as, well, I don't want to take the risk, and so I'm going to stay away from affiliates because it's a potential landmine. The consequence of saying that, right? Like the Pollyanna consequences, like I'm going to be great, is that you could be left out of the market, right? So I think the best example of where you see this is like you have VPN products. The ones that are growing are leveraging affiliate networks like crazy. The ones that aren't are not, right?
I
agree.
So now, It's
What's
a
that?
horrible, it's a horrible situation to be in,
Yeah.
right? Where if I don't pay the VIG, right, then, or if I don't, right, then I'm.
But Dennis, sorry to cut you off and interrupt. All right, so the affiliate works on per action CPA. But I got news for you, and I don't care if they're listening. You want to see the biggest crooks? Google and Bing, because that stuff is what destroys most people here. At least with the affiliates, small business owners have an opportunity to make a living, right? And when you're dealing with the search engines and they keep raising the price per click and they keep making it more onerous, you want to talk about a mafia? That's the ultimate mafia. So you're getting pissed off about the affiliate publisher or that YouTuber, right? Or that influencer who's, so he's a single man, a small business guy who did very well, drew an audience, and he has other entrepreneurs like ourselves who are leveraging off of that situation, which is more cost effective for us, right? Versus paying the Skynet down in Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah.
Who keep altering the value to the point that we're all going to go out of business and nobody can make any money, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm kind
take
of
your pick.
curious. Yeah, Alvin, that chart that Gaurav showed at the beginning about the increasing amount of fraud, how much of that dollar value is driven by the increasing cost of clicks, right, on the advertising platform side?
No, I'll give you another one. I know that on my Bogdan, I know you do a lot of PPC, and I'll tell you, I could pretty much bet you that 40% of what you're spending is fraud. And that's everybody in this room. Meaning not that we're conducting fraud, that click fraud. People just robbing our clicks, clicking on it and all that.
Yeah.
So they're not protecting us against click fraud on any of those PPC networks, right? Whether it's Bing or Google, right? They don't care. They're getting paid, right? They're not doing anything in our favor in any way, shape, or form. So before we pass judgment on publishers, and a lot of publishers are great publishers, right? I will pass more judgment on the pay-per-click because if the biggest expense we all have would be that, in my opinion. Go ahead.
That's fair, but I don't want to take the pressure off the publishers either, because there are plenty of publishers that basically are not paying attention to the role that they play in allowing this stuff to go on, right?
It's a mixed bag. So the thing, publishers, affiliates, it's a universe of them. There are good actors in there, and there are bad actors in there. It's a mixed bag, and I'm getting to the point that because I hear this thing, the affiliates. Okay, the whole internet was founded by affiliates, right? I go back to the early internet. It all started from the very beginning with publishers. Publishers are the reason why the internet is even the internet. They're the ones to create most of the content that you see on the internet, right? So let's not start shoving. Publishers go as far as ladies with cookbooks or community type of orientated sites. So there's a whole universe of publishers. They're not all about utilities and anti-malware and technology. And even in our own realm, they are good publishers, right? But they're also bad actors. It's a mixed bag. It's when you say publishers, basically the internet.
Yeah. Hey, so I feel like we went off on a tangent a little bit. So I'm not kind of looking at the chat. Kirk was asking what the technique is. Is it black box? And do you guys want to address that before we wrap this up?
True. I mean, thanks for asking the question, Kirk. And we tried setting the details. Like, I mean, when you say black box, I mean, you do not have the details of like what is happening when you're giving the input and the output you're getting. But we are being very transparent. We are being very transparent with the approach which we are using, and how and it's going to help and impact the industry. So we presented it in the video as well, and all the other details are available on our website in terms of the services when we are trying to talk about what it is and how it's impacting. If you still have any questions, concerns, we are happy to share details once you reach out to us.
Yeah, sorry.
the term black box is wasn't meant to say that there's no visibility into what you are doing. It's just the type of testing that's being conducted. It's from an outside the organization approach as opposed to an inside the organization approach, where you're looking at the outside inputs. As an alternative, there's a company called, or not as an alternative, or maybe augmenting this, you can use something internal to your acquisition funnel. We have or I am aware of a outfit called forensic-impact.com, who will grade your traffic. And so you can programmatically exclude that traffic and or not pay for that traffic, which you do so by your internal funnel, and from that you can build an ROI. I know Dennis was concerned about that. You can see exactly how much you're saving in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, I mean, Rick, if you look at I have put the slide again. We have clearly mentioned data and analytical monitoring. So, like Abhishek mentioned, we start with ad injector analysis, which is we understand it's black box. We go out and see. But we also do the trend analysis. We also see the benchmark analysis, and then we identify the gap too. And we keep on doing the daily monitoring with respect to the paid ads, coupons, content. So that's a combination. What we provide is again a combination of internal analytics and what is happening to the outside world. So from the outside world, we keep on fitting the internal system, and we keep on improving it from there.
Got it.
So I would say, if we think on our certification side and how we work with our customers to make sure that AVs aren't concerned, or even the ad networks are not concerned about them, I would say a good third of the issues that we work over are around the affiliates, right? We have stuff about the way what apps do and how they try and convert, right? But that's about a third of our business. But another third is around how people buy and sell with the affiliates. And we get examples from the AVs and from the ad networks all the time where they say, hey, your certified app is doing this business. And the frustrating part for us is that our relationship with our customers and with the AVs, and look, we find AVs in the same problem. Right? They all, not all of them, but a lot of them.
All AVs use affiliates. All of them.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
I know the networks.
Almost all of them.
They all use them.
Most of them.
Not most of them. Let's go. If you go on a list with me one-on-one and private, I'll give you the names of every AV that you and I know and major AVs, and they all have affiliates. Much more aggressive than anybody here, by the way. I could throw some names at you that you would know who they are, and I'll show you the proof too.
I agree. Everyone uses them, and my point is that everybody, whether it's an AV or one of our customers, they all answer the questions the same way. Hey, give me the data, and I'll go take care of that case. And we're playing this fucking whack-a-mole game, right? Because there's always another, and it might be the same affiliate. We watch him hop from customer to AV to customer, and they go back and forth, and it's like we're not winning this, and it's just, the problem is just staying there, and it doesn't matter who it is. Everybody wants an affiliate because everybody thinks they're making more money because of them, and it's just the problem. It's a third of our business today.
It's not big, Dennis. I mean, everything we do is meter and tracked, everything. I can tell you this. I'll tell you right now, I'll disclose, I don't care. I only have 20 affiliates left in this whole life. That's it, right? Since I went in this whole Pollyanna route. You know who ended up getting all my affiliates? Names I'm not going to say out loud, but I think you know who they are, right?
Yeah.
All that money went to who? My arch nemesis, my competitors, all those other guys, right?
Right.
So I lost that money. They gained that money. Affiliates are a reality of the internet.
I'm not saying we should get rid of affiliates. I'm just saying that I've noticed that, in the last 5 years that we've been around, it's taken up a larger and larger portion of our certification business is dealing with this affiliate traffic and dealing with the affiliates causing problems to AVs and causing problems to customers. And I'm just wondering, it'd be really nice if somehow we could just come up with something that this doesn't become this larger portion of our business. It's crazy.
It is the largest portion of the internet.
This is the start of
the
a
internet
good discussion.
are the publishers, Dennis. So it's like saying it's a chicken and an egg situation. No, hold on. Because if we're going to be professionals here, we're the guys who play this for real on the internet. Let's talk about it for once and for all, right? If this is the moment, this will be the moment, right? It goes like this.
Alvin, I'm not saying let's ditch affiliates. I'm just saying look, and it's also a sign that we've done a lot of work on cleaning up the apps, right? The reason it's a larger percentage is because the apps don't have the problems that they used to have, right? So let's just to be fair, right? I just view this as I have an efficiency problem because it's a big problem out there for us.
I'll tell you how to fix it. But I'll tell you how to fix it right now. Take a tool like this one, add it with your situation, work with this fella, and go after the networks. It's all in the networks. The main source of the bad affiliates are the networks. I told you that since the first day I met you. You want to clean the world? Go after the networks. I leave it at that. That's the nest of evil.
So I had a couple thoughts. So one thought I had was, imagine you use affiliates, but the rule was for software that the affiliate has to point back to your landing page, right? And they can't make their own offers and download the software themselves, but they have to come back to your official landing page. So there's only one official.
That's still not going to solve the problem, though.
Oh, but it's an example. It's an example of something that now says I don't have to worry about the offers and the download. I only have to worry about the advertising.
No, right? No, Dennis, that still doesn't work. I mean, that's what we did, but you still have, there's an affiliate. And so what they're doing is, we're going to do the ad and send it back to your landing page.
That's
Great.
Right. That's right.
But then they were doing the pop-ups that he showed, the browser notifications.
I agree. You're making my case for me. So thank you. I don't have to explain why that's not enough. And then I thought,
no force of the internet can stop these people. You could slow them down, you could cripple them a bit, but they're indestructible. But go ahead.
My second thought was, what if we just said in software, you have to have direct programs with your affiliates. You can't have affiliate networks.
Well, then you're telling us how to run our business now? That's a problem too, right? Because the answer to that is, Dennis, I love you, but hell fucking no. That's not going to happen.
I get it. But I'm just telling you, these are the things we go through in our thoughts about what, but the other reason why that's no good is because every AV uses affiliates.
You got it.
So
if every AV gets of an affiliate, right? I'll tell you that. I'll make a statement right now. If every single one of my competitors, every single one of them, will have an affiliate-free lifestyle, then we're all equals. Then we'll all die together, Can
I just make an observation, guys?
So Alvin, wait, hold on a second, Bogdan. Let me just finish that. One thing Alvin said, this is exactly what happened in the toolbar business. Every toolbar maker stopped on one day. And we did that. That was like 8 years ago now, right? And that's how we stopped those. So it's possible that a solution like that could work. If we all hold hands.
They're not going to agree to that. The David Vera, ABG, and those guys, they buy so much stuff. They're never going to agree to that. That's crazy.
Alvin,
that's suicide.
This is gone.
Alvin, we're running short on time as well. So
I'd like to. I don't want to have. I'm answering his question.
Okay. I don't think we're going to solve it here. The one thing that so Alvin, you're taking the position that nothing can be done.
No,
and Dennis is asking. There's got to be something that can be done, and I think that I'm more on the side of Dennis here in this discussion, in that there's got to be something that can be done. We can't just. I cannot believe that there's nothing to do. It doesn't make sense
to do because it's been there since the dawn of the web.
There is something. I actually took something on this call that I think Gorv and Abhishek did a great job showing that if we spend some time going after all these different browser extensions that trick you and do this stuff, I think there's probably some stuff we can do there which can at least clean up a lot of that stuff. And I think Gorv and Abhishek, you guys have a feed that we could use and we could help you get these extensions taken down. We would love to do that. You can use our Deceptor list to help drive that behavior. I think that could help a lot on that front. Maybe the answer is just to clean up. I would love to help clean this up.
Go after the networks, Dennis, and then you're going to deal with a bigger problem. I can tell you that.
I get it, the networks are big, but what I'm saying is that there is some good steps, I think, that I'm taking from this, saying that there are things that we can do, which I think is awesome. But it's not enough.
Okay. This has been a great a great conversation. I think it's you guys can continue it for sure. I just want to.
So to me, this sounds like a good topic. Should we do another one like this?
Can I tell you something? This is the topic. This is the argument of the ages here. And we just keep, you want to know the truth?
Right.
It's time for this freaking grand debate of the affiliates. You know, I'm tired of this pussyfooting and all this crap.
All right, guys.
If we're going to have it out, let's have it out. Pick the date, pick
Alvin,
the time, and let's have it out. How about that?
Perfect. So let's plan on. So what I'm hearing is, and I'd like to kind of ask this question here. You guys know how to use the little hand up. Is it worth doing more of these affiliate-oriented topics here at Clean Apps for the audience here? So I'll put my hand up because I haven't had this much fun in a while.
I just said it today. The internet are the affiliates.
Clearly, we should in the future, but I think the one today should stop at this point.
Yes.
we've really run this one down today, I think.
Yeah.
Alvin, I think we should connect offline also. It was great to hear from you.
Yeah, guys, Abhishek and Gaurav, thanks so much. I think this is, I'm glad you guys agreed to do this. We appreciate your support. And I actually, I've learned a lot in my interactions with you leading up to this event. I think a lot of us have learned here today. And I think there's going to be a lot more to discuss, and hopefully we'll have you back soon, and we can maybe dive into some of these a little more surgically and see how how can we help the overall app maker community while maybe helping the industry at large at the same time, and see how we can all work together to make this all work out better for all of us.
Yeah. Thank you, Bogdan, for actually giving us a platform to showcase what we do. And we'll be happy to talk again with more examples on how we can safeguard the industry.
And Gaurav, I want to thank you too, you guys both, very much. It was great. This was a great way, like you said, to end the summit. Everybody was so active. I think it just was, it was the best. I think it was the best one of all. I put a little note in the chat with my email address. I'd really appreciate it when this thing is done. Like, don't put it off because then you won't do it. Send me a little email. I threw in a couple of questions, what you thought of the summit, how we could improve it, anything you thought could have been better, what you liked the most. And then a little note just asking if there's what the chances are that you'll be able to come to our summit at Affiliate Summit West, which is going to be in November. So anyway, you guys, if you don't already have my email address, most of you do. I put it in the chat, and I'd really appreciate you sending me a note.
Same here. If you guys want to reach out to me, I'm always available.
Absolutely. We're here. That's the
Dennis,
whole.
I like the military fatigues there.
Got the gator going.
He needed that on today.
And to reiterate what Bogdan said at the beginning,
this is what. What's that?
What Bogdan said at the beginning today, which is that what Clean Apps is here is to be a community, a place where we can share best practices, work this stuff out. The bigger we grow, the more we'll be able to, be an influencer and make changes that we want to see. So, I just wanted to see that much the participation we have. It's just been great.
Peter.
And that's what we're all about. So I just wanted to thank everybody again. And Peter, I think you look great. Christmas is right around the corner, and you could lead the pack.
We did something other. So usually we do our award ceremony where we gather all vendors together. But this year that was not possible, so we spent a lot to the Red Noses Clown Doctors.
That's hilarious.
The Red Nose. That was fun.
Cool. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. And anybody, if you reach out to Virus Positive, be sure to tell them to let Gaurav and Abhishek know that we sent you that way. That CleanApps was the way that you came to them. So we get some credit over on our side.
Wait, are you an affiliate?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
I put you guys in
All right.
together mode. It's very nice. Wait, you guys were CleanApps. You guys were going to talk next, right? You have some updates?
No, just what I've been saying.
Look, we did, and look, we've only got like 10 minutes, and so my time's running short. So we're gonna probably set this up as a separate session, but at a high level, we're on past year 3 now, right? We're on year 4. We have sustained ourselves with our supporters for this for all this time. We have not shrunk. We haven't grown at the pace that we'd like to grow. One of the things we wanted to get into with everybody here was really how to, what's the best path to grow. We've tried various techniques. We believe that a compliance forward message is not working, has not worked. And that's why we kind of took you may have noticed the tone change in the summit title and how we presented the topics, right? It's about app success. And I think we all as original members, right, who've been members for a long time, understand the role of compliance, but trying to sell compliance up front just it hasn't been working.
And compliance is still part of success. So we're not abandoning compliance. That's definitely
we're not abandoning it all. No.
Right.
But when you think about it, compliance becomes important as you grow, right? It's something that, like, as you start to see success, then the importance of compliance becomes important. So what we're trying to figure out is how do we get people in the beginning of their successful phases, right, to help them get successful first, and with them being part of this group will be in the right position to apply compliance and understand its benefits right from the beginning, right? So we're kind of thinking about maybe not startups, but younger, right? People are just that are really in the early stages, right? The startups, maybe yes, right?
Bogdan, can I tell you this?
Yeah.
There are more publishers than there are app makers. And that's the other thing I was telling Dennis in the past. The population of the publisher world is enormous, and our world is very finite, very small. Yeah. And I always wanted to be inclusive of the publishers. And I even brought some to you, Dennis, that wanted to certify me. I'll pay you, whatever. But Dennis wasn't equipped to deal with them. He's not.
Right.
I mean, tell the truth, Dennis. I gave them to you.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you. But
you weren't equipped to do it. You weren't equipped.
But it makes no sense to do that if we don't have any support organizations.
Yeah. So if you want growth, we have to, at some point, get into this whole, I hate to use the word affiliate, the affiliate problem. Let's call it that. And there lies a situation where we could regulate, bring them in, have more members, and they're more numerous than all of us here. All the app makers combined were nothing in comparison to that population.
No, that's an interesting perspective, right? So trying to attract the publishers themselves, right? Which in a way, a publisher is, I kind of think of them as more and more, it's becoming true. They're almost like a SaaS player, right? They're providing, a publisher provides a service. Right, how they monetize is either through ads or through subscriptions or some other method, right? So there's no reason to exclude them. We haven't really focused on. I like that idea a lot. I think that's
I'll make a proposal a step further since we're all here, right? And I'll say this. So I could introduce you guys to, let's call them super affiliates, the guys which are they're more organized. They have a staff. They're more like a company than the single guy in the basement. And you guys could ask them 1,000 questions. Some of them even attended some of the CleanApps because I invited them. And there's some other ones that came that I knew of. I didn't invite them. They were an affiliate summit and they showed up to us in Las Vegas and I recognized them, right? You could talk to these guys and learn about them, right? And rather than putting it in a broad stroke, they're all like Pirates of the Caribbean. No, you got Pirates of the Caribbean, but you have privateers there too. So you got entrepreneurs there too. It's a mixed bag. Let's meet the better ones, and you guys get to learn all kinds of things about them. And if we're going to have a debate about the affiliate world, let's bring the actual affiliates to it and let them give in their Let them give you their position. You see my point? Make it fair. I don't want to do taxation without representation. How about that?
That's good.
Well, then if you
A
think
true
about,
patriot.
I mean, if you think about the value, I mean, there was a point when we started Clean Apps and CSA and all this stuff that the big driver was getting out of app jail, right? Getting out of this problem where nobody would trust you anymore, and how do you fix your reputation?
Right.
But if the big point here is about how do you win at customer acquisition, or we find, you know, maybe it's something like that, or, you know, who should my right partners be as I do this? And
Right.
we figure out what those points are, that big on-ramp to people becoming members, because it sure as hell isn't app jail anymore.
Can I have a suggestion? Who's the gentleman who has that platform we were reviewing today? Is he in the video here? Can you raise his hand?
Yeah, Garof's right in the middle.
That gentleman there. The guy, the nice looking guy with the glasses there, right? There you go. How you doing? Nice smile, by the way. All right, so this fella here, right? He has a tool to kind of analyze what these affiliates are doing. Dennis, why couldn't you incorporate something like what he has? Work with this fella here and add it as part of your system. So
Yeah,
it's like we're retarded here. You got all the tools here. Take advantage of them. If he's here, work with him.
Yeah,
But
I thought of that.
who's doing that? You know who's doing that? Clean Apps is doing that, which I think is a good place. It's a good.
All right, so okay, I don't care if it's Clean Apps or Appestein. So why don't we take them with Clean Apps, have that, and we could even and I mentioned this before to you, we could even certify the affiliates. There are affiliates that wanted to be certified, Dennis. They were begging you, right?
No.
So I'm just saying that there are good guys there that want to show that they're good guys, right? So why don't we work with them? Lou's gonna love it because Lou's gonna make more money. So there you go. Everybody wins, right? So let's have at least a conversation. Get together. We have the tools. Let's make it happen. There's a lot of smart people here, right?
All right. So
Tell
we're
us
going
how
to
you
set
want
up
it
a follow
done.
up with some of and keep that conversation going.
We'll follow up. So just as a last word, I just want to tell everybody again, thank you. And again, ask you to right now when we hang up, to write me a note so that because you won't do it, you'll forget about it. You know, it's not the highest thing on your schedule.
I'm not writing here. I'm just going to tell you I love you, Lou.
Thank you.
I love Lou. I love you too, by the way.
All right. All right, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you again
Have
soon.
a good day.
Next year in
Bye-bye.
Vegas.
Next year in
Yeah.
Vegas, baby.
This year in
All right.
Vegas. This year.
Vegas.
This year in Vegas.
This year, love you. I love you. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.